I'll say this, Megyn. I got an email asking me to go on a program a couple weeks ago, and the producer had his pronouns in his email signature.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
And I'm not going to say what show. Yeah, at Fox.
Scandal over at Fox. An email included pronouns. What say you, Uygur?
Well, look, I didn't know that Fox had become this radical left.
So radical.
And I'm glad to find out. And I'm just outraged that they're using grammar at Fox News. And look, I think the right wing is justified in their war on grammar. I've always hated pronouns, ever since 7th grade when we were forced to learn them. And I thought, what do we need these for? Okay, why do I have to know if it's a he or a she or a they? Okay, let's just move on without pronouns. Well, yeah, life will be a little bit more confusing. Guys, the person who emailed Charlie Kirk was not LGBTQ, as far as we know. They just clarified that who they were.
Is there even any evidence of this email, right? Like, if the email exists and there is a producer over at Fox who has made the decision that they want to include their pronouns. Okay, great, why does that offend you so much? Like, I could see a situation in which someone would feel uncomfortable with the inclusion of their pronouns if it's like a forced policy, but there is no indication that there is a forced policy anywhere.
In fact, he says that's the one email he got from Fox News with pronouns.
So what?
And are you supposed to take the pronouns out of the body of the email too? Like, don't say like, he went to get a cup of coffee. You have to say like, went to get a cup of coffee, but I can't tell you who. And by the way, there's a great irony here. And we covered it in the earlier story about this crazy right-wing college that fired 2 people that worked there for using pronouns at college. Anyway, which is that it's usually someone with a confusing name, first name, right? Confusing as in you're not sure if it's male or female. And that was the case in the college story. I don't know if that was the case in the email, where they're clarifying, this name, like for example, my name, Cenk, is spelled C-E-N-K. How would you know that it's pronounced with a J? Or if it's a male or female, there's no way of knowing, right? If you're unfamiliar with it. And so if I said he, him, etc., would people be like, oh, but wait, the irony is I'm telling you that I'm a man. Isn't Fox News supposed to be in favor of that?
He's part of the binary, folks.
Like, yeah, I'm clarifying that I'm a man, right? Anna clarifies that she's a woman. Isn't the right wing supposed to be thrilled about that?
Also, there's all sorts of names that could go either way, right? So like one of my favorite names for women/girls is Alex. Like I love the name Alexandria and I love shortening it to Alex. So if someone goes by Alex and they happen to be a female, maybe they want to clarify in the context of an email that Alex identifies as a woman. You get what I'm saying? Or is a woman. So like the fact that would trigger anyone is kind of mind-blowing to me, but I don't know. It was so traumatic for Charlie Kirk and I think that we should hear him out. So let's hear more of what he has to say. Maybe he makes a good case here.
They're asking me to come on the show and I sent it to my team. I said, we are not going on this show. Let me be
No, the answer is no.
Yeah, it's like he, him, whatever. I said, look, this at some point you got to just say no. Okay, I am not going to put up with this. And I don't know if it's mandated. I don't know if it's selective. But here you are. You're trying to book Charlie Kirk, and you think that me seeing pronouns in the bio is going to make me say, you know what? I'm going to make time on a weekend that that I could be spending with my precious daughter because of your pronoun signaling to me. Like, no, go find somebody else.
He's not going to put up with this, guys. He's not going to put up with this. How dare they?
Well, look, first of all, this is where he chose to draw the line.
This is where he drew the line.
Okay, he's like, I draw the line at grammar. If you want me to be educated, I will not do it. I can't wait for the right wing to start a war on adjectives. Because you know what? Pronouns are already kind of disastrous. But adjectives, well, why do we need them? Why don't you just say the word? What do you need to put an adjective in front of it for? And you know what? Those commas have always gotten on my nerves. It's time that we straighten things out. You send me an email with commas? You sent it to Cenk Uygur? You gonna send an email with commas to Cenk Uygur? Oh, I'm not coming on. And I thought Megyn Kelly was not insane. I thought she was a right winger, but not necessarily insane. And she totally agrees.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked. That
was shocking.
I don't understand it.
They're like, they sent you an email with pronouns where a guy says he's a guy. Well, that was our earlier position. I'm confused, but I'm outraged now. I'm outraged now because I'm outraged at everything. You tell me there was a semicolon in there and I'm going down there right now.
No, those semicolons, like super pesky. Like do not want those pesky semicolons in emails.
Right-wingers, do you not get that you guys look crazy? Do you not get that?
And they're missing the point, which is the most offensive thing at all, the existence of email. We should abolish emails. I think everyone would be a lot happier.
Okay, well, now she's going on her own personal warpath. Okay, but the last thing on this, guys. Remember earlier in the show, we told you about how Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump are both doing concentrated attack against Fox News. Well, here comes Charlie Kirk helping to aid that effort. Here comes Megyn Kelly aiding that effort. And by the way, Megyn Kelly used to work at Fox News, but doesn't anymore. So there's a lot of people who caught feelings from Fox News, and they're all beginning to join together and attack the mothership. By the way, I don't know if that's going to turn into a good thing for the left because I'm afraid of what happens. What replaces Fox News, right?
We know what's going to replace Fox News.
Yeah, it's going to be something even crazier.
Yeah,
but
Newsmax, OAN, more extreme garbage that will tear the country apart.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that the right wing, instead of attacking all of the rest of humanity 24/7, is now spending a good chunk of time attacking each other, I'm going to rank that as good news. Good news overall. I'll take my wins where I can get it. And the fact that they're now declaring jihads on commas and pronouns or whatever against one another and ripping each other's faces off, well, somebody passed the popcorn. I could live with that. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.